Thank you. In today's video, we are going to explain how I do things a little differently, so that I can like go out and grocery shop or clean the house without another person. Now, I want to be very clear that just because this is the way I do it, doesn't mean that it's the way that everybody in a wheelchair does it. We all have our different things that we do to make life adaptive for us. So my way may be good for me, but hard for someone else. Someone else's way may be easier for me, and I just don't know how to do it yet because I've just been doing it the way I've been doing it my whole life. So we're gonna go out grocery shopping, and we're gonna pretend like Jeremiah's not there, even though he is, because he's my ride. He's gonna do some filming for me, and then we'll do some clips of me cleaning around the house and stuff like that. But these are just a few things I've been asked over the years, like, how do you push a grocery cart? How do you go out grocery shopping? Do you have to have somebody there to help you? Do you do it on your own? Whatever, you know? And, well, I'm gonna show you. I've been asked really weird questions over the years, and I'm gonna do a little series on how I do things differently. And this is the first installment of that. So we'll be dealing with grocery shopping, cleaning, and maybe a few other things if I can think of them before I have to upload the video. So here we are, and here we go. So normally I would opt for a small cart because they're much easier to handle. However, Aldi only has one size cart, so this is what we're doing. I wheel with one hand and I control the cart with the other hand. And usually when I have a larger cart, I try and only shop and put my items up here in the child seat because it's hard. I'll show you. It's really difficult to get my arm up and over and grab everything in the cart because sometimes it goes all the way in the front, sometimes it's just weird. So I try and keep it in one central location so that it's easier for myself. Shopping can be easy if everything I want is reachable for me, but then it can be awkward if I have to ask a stranger, hey, can you hand me this? Because, I mean, grocery shopping is something that, like, everybody should be able to do on their own, but not everybody can. Oh, I think I'm gonna get bananas today. What kind of fruit do you want, Jeremiah?
Let's go with some blackberries.
Blackberries? Okay. So the blackberries are a little higher this time, which means I just have to bend over and reach in and hope that, oh, these actually do look really good. No, they don't. Just kidding. That has mold on it.
Okay, never mind.
LOL. JK. I'll try a different pack. These ones are a lot better. No mold. That's what we're going for. Do you want, well, what else do you want? Because usually we get you two things of fruit.
What about one of those packs of grapes?
Grapes? Okay. Super easy to grab because it's like on my level. And these are really good grapes.
There we go.
They taste like candy. I think I'm gonna freeze some because frozen grapes are amazing.
I've never had them before.
You've never had frozen grapes?
Nope.
Weird. These cucumbers are sad. Still gonna get one, but they're sad. We're obsessed with mushrooms. We really love mushrooms. But we still have a half a thing of mushrooms at home, so I'm only getting one this time. Sorry, I ran over you.
Yeah, you're fine.
As of late, I eat a lot of salads, and I like olives in my salads, so. Hey, babe. What color is this?
It's that color.
Black.
Yeah, black.
And what colors are those? What are those? Purple.
Yeah, purple.
Kalamata olives.
Yeah.
Get you some pickles. I can already tell that this is going to be a shopping trip where I'm going to be forced to use the big part of the cart because I have a nice list here. Not that we're getting everything here. Obviously it says family fare. Okay, so this is a perfect example of when I might have to ask a stranger for help. I want... Oh, it's not going to hold itself open like the other ones do. I want the Texas toast, but it's all the way on the top shelf. And it's difficult to reach high up there. So I would have to ask somebody for help, or in this case, my husband, because he's with me and I'm not going to ask somebody as well.
I almost had to ask somebody for help.
So now I have my Texas toast. So earlier I mentioned how I try and keep all my groceries in the child seat area just because it's easier to grab. Today's a normal shopping day for Jeremiah and I. So all of our groceries are in that area. This is what I would normally do if I were alone, if I didn't have Jeremiah with me, or my aunt used to take me grocery shopping with her sometimes because it was easier and I wouldn't have to call the bus. And that's another thing. Like, if I was alone, I would take public transit and I would have a bag hooked on my back, and then I would just buy groceries that would fit in that bag because it was so difficult. But so that really made me have to plan very well. And I got really good at packing things and playing Tetris in that one bag. But this is our grocery haul today. We have a couple more things that we need to go and get at like Walmart or whatever, but we'll show you a couple different things there as well. So I think they're opening another lane.
Yeah, aisle 3.
The line is really long. Now we're at the packing groceries part, and we brought our own bags because reusable bags are good for the earth. I'm not gonna do that alone because I hate packing groceries. I've done it way too much in my lifetime, so I'm recruiting this handsome man, and he's gonna do it because he loves me. This is a slide board. This is what makes getting in and out of vehicles easier for me. And all I do is I just lift my hip, push it under there, and I get a little free ride. And that's how I get out of the car. To get into the car, first I lift my legs up on the little lip here, and then I lift one leg up on to the seat and I scooch forward, and then I put my slide board under my hip. Whoa. So I'm scooched forward, I've got my slide board. I grab up by the neck where you, where you put like your headrest, that's it. And then I grab this little thing here. Jeremiah gives me a little push because it's a tiny bit high. I told you if I knew my quarter was there. It's a tiny bit high for me to get into alone in my current wheelchair. And then he just deals with the wheelchair. Usually Walmart will have the smaller carts that I prefer, but all they have are big carts today. Every so often, I get these stares at me when I'm pushing the cart. And right now Jeremiah is over at the other side of Walmart trying to find a small cart, but I just started grocery shopping because I want to be done and I want to go home and do the 18 loads of laundry that I have to do. But every so often I get a stare like, and I'm like, dude, what do you expect? Do you think I don't need groceries just because I'm in a wheelchair? Like, I gotta do this somehow. And that just bothers me. It makes me a little sad for humanity. Like, you don't need to stare at me like that. And I did the kind thing and I just smiled right back at her and I moved on with my day, but you know, it's still just like, why? On a happier note, I'm buying these roses for my mother-in-law just because she seems a little like overwhelmed lately and I wanted to do something nice for her, so roses it is. Are we good? Okay. So sweeping, I usually sit in one area and then I just sweep as much as I can and then I'll turn my whole wheelchair, whole body, and then finish sweeping. It's been a couple days since I've swept, so it's a little bit dirtier than it normally is. But we've been really busy this weekend. We've had a lot going on. I swear we were only home for like 10 minutes this weekend. And then because of the mobility that I have, like, it's a little more difficult to bend over, but most of the time I just like have the dustpan in one hand and then I try and bend over onto my knee to steady myself. Not all people in wheelchairs have the core strength to do this. I used to not, but I worked at it because I wanted to move out of my parents' house and live on my own. And I did for 5 whole years before my sister moved in with me. And then I still took care of the house because that's who I am. When I vacuum, I put my left footrest in because I have more movement with my left leg. And then I help my left leg push down the button to bend over the vacuum. And then I push as much as I can. And then I just wheel and go. And then I do the same, like I just kick until it turns off. And that's how I do my basic cleaning. I mean, there are other things, but obviously it's not as hard in a wheelchair to wash dishes or put them away or whatever. So, well, it depends, I guess, on your reach length to put dishes away, because there are some dishes that I can't put away, but it is what it is. That's what I have a husband for. So that concludes this video today. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions about how I do other things, just leave a comment down below and I will do my best to answer your questions. And just a reminder, like I said at the beginning of this video, just because this is the way that I do it doesn't mean that it's the way that every person in a wheelchair does it. We each have our own different level of mobility, different level of skills that we have. I know some people who would never be able to live on their own, but then you have me who, like I just said, I lived alone for 5 years before my little sister moved in when she turned 18. So it's just a case of person to person. Whoever, I mean, you can do different things, just like with a walking person. You also can do different things. So that's it.